Hello, so in this video I'm going to look at a question involving using graphs to solve an equation. Okay, so here we've got a graph that's been given to us and the question is this. So figure 1 is this, shows part of the graph of the equation y equals x plus 2 to the power of negative 4x plus 1. So the graph has actually been drawn for us quite neatly. Yeah. Okay. So by drawing a suitable straight line on the graph, obtain an estimate to one decimal place of the roots of the equation log base 2, 8 minus 3x plus 4x equals 0. In the interval negative 2 less than equal to x less than equal to 6. So the question got quite demanding very quickly, didn't it? Let's have a look to see what we're trying to do. So let's just get rid of this. Oops, not that. Let's just put that back. Get rid of this. So here's the graph, and we've got to consider what the equation of that graph is. So it's this, y equals x plus 2 to the negative 4x plus 1, and we've been asked to solve this equation here. Log base 2, 8 minus 3x plus 4x equals 0. Looks completely different to this one, doesn't it? So let me just show you the steps involved. What we need to do to make use of the curve that's already there is to try and rewrite that equation so it matches that perfectly. Okay? And so by doing things to both sides, we'll end up with this here equals something else. And that something else will be a straight line function that we can just draw. So first thing to do is notice the 2 there, the base, 2 to the power of this, and log base 2. What that means is at some point you're going to want to do 2 to the power of both sides. You want to get rid of this log term. And begin with, we're going to put the 4x on the other side. So put the 4x on the other side, that means you've got log base 2 of this equals negative 4x. And then we can do what I just suggested. We can do 2 to the power of both sides. So you're left with 8 minus 3x on the left and 2 to the power of negative 4x on the right. Now can you see we're starting to look like we're getting something close to that. You've got 2 to the power of negative 4x. Don't forget when you expand the brackets here, that's 2 to the negative 4x subtract 1. Okay? But that doesn't say 2 to the power of negative 4x subtract 1, does it? So what we've got to do, this is the rather clever bit that I feel coming up. What you need to do is you need to effectively multiply both sides by 2 to the power of negative 1. Why do you need to multiply both sides by 2 to the power of negative 1? Well, using our rules of indices, 2 to the power of this multiplied by 2 to the power of that, you add the indices together. Negative 4x add negative 1 gives us negative 4x subtract 1, which is exactly the same as this. So that's what we need to do. 2 to the power of negative 1 is the same as a half. Okay, so what you're essentially doing is you're multiplying this side by a half, you're multiplying that side by a half, but we're writing it's 2 to the power of negative 1. I'm hoping that makes a lot of sense to you. So I've just written it out neatly over here what we're going to get. So a half times all of that, let's just put that in brackets, shall we? So half times 8, half times negative 3x gives you that. 4 subtract 3 over 2x. And on the right hand side, this. And now for my next line, I'm just going to rewrite that as this, 2 to the power of negative 4x minus 1. Okay, that is the same as this over here. So I'm nearly there. I've got this bit here. I just need the x now. So to get x, I'm going to add x to both sides. So I'm going to add x to this side. I'm going to add x to this side. Now this is perfectly the same as that. Okay, I just need to simplify this. And in doing so, I'm going to get x subtract 3 over 2x is negative a half x. So I've got 4 minus a half x on the left, and on the right hand side, exactly the same as that. So the graph we've got here is the graph of y equals this, and when you've got that is equal to that, the graph we want to draw is y equals 4 minus a half x. So that's the straight line that we're looking for. And on this page, I can show you how to draw that graph. So the graph y equals 4 minus a half x looks like this. Okay? So I've just chosen 2 points, so the y-intercept of 4 there, and I've substituted in x equals 4 to get 4 subtract a half of 4, so 4 subtract 2, which is 2. So 4, 2, I've just used those 2 points and just drawn the straight line together. Now we use that to solve the equation, to find the roots, that is, find that point there and that point there. And this point here, if I use the scaling, that's negative 0.9, so that's my first solution. And then this one here, using the scaling, 2 points, which is close on my graph to 2.7. So I've got 2.7. There's probably a little bit of leeway in there. for the answers, but yeah, that's pretty much what you do. So I'm hoping that you understood that. I'm hoping that made a lot of sense to you. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you again.